Okay, hi, my name is Nadia and I study French and linguistics at the University of Leeds. And because I study a language at university, you have to, as part of your degree, spend a year abroad, which wasn't something that I didn't want to turn down at all. It was a really great opportunity. So I chose somewhere that was kind of in a great place to travel to loads of different countries, because one of the things I really wanted to do with my year abroad was learn about as much of Europe and, you know, different cultures as possible. So I went to a small town called Besançon, which is on the German and Swiss borders of France. So right in the middle, great place to just get a train into another country or something like that. As you can see, it was really beautiful, completely different from anywhere I've lived before. I've always lived in big cities. So it was great to be able to just take a bike out and go cycling out into the countryside and see some really great things. I even saw a llama one day, which was pretty interesting. Yeah, so I spent 7 months in this small town and got to know it pretty well. What I spent doing there was the same thing as James. I was teaching English to French students of ages between sort of 15, even up to about 20. So they were about the same age as me, which was pretty scary, but gave me some really good skills in being able to relate to other people, especially in a language that isn't necessarily your own, the one you feel most safe in. So it makes doing things like this much, much easier, and things like interviews and that sort of thing. You're able to present yourself much easier, especially in your own language, as well as another. I went through the British Council to do this, which is a great sort of thing that works alongside Erasmus, and they send you to a school depending on what kind of area you want to go to and what age group you want to teach. You can teach much younger to about sort of middle-age group. I found out that teaching wasn't exactly what I wanted to do. It's really quite hard, especially with older students. But I'm really glad that I did it, because it really did teach you some invaluable skills that you can use no matter what you do. Yeah, so that's me and one of my classes. One of the things that I really got interested in while I was abroad was food. Especially living in France, like one of the biggest kind of cuisine cultures there is in the world. I ate a lot of food. We're talking cheese, we're talking bread, we're talking cakes, everything. And it was really amazing. I learned some really great recipes as well. I feel a lot more confident in my cooking now. And it was just great to taste all these different things you wouldn't get to try if you just stayed here. It really becomes part of your lifestyle because you're there every day. It's not just a holiday where you're trying it, you know, in a few restaurants. It becomes what you eat on a daily basis. And you get to learn loads of different things about the culture. I went to a lot of Christmas markets, which are really great. You know, you get to see how celebrations are celebrated in other countries, and it is quite different. I also went to Lyon and Dijon, so you try different foods in different areas of the country as well. It's not just kind of located to where you are. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I really, really wanted to travel during my year abroad, and I really, really did. I think I visited over about 13 countries while I was living in France. These are just a couple of them. I went to Turkey, I went to Iceland, I went to Bulgaria, I went to Serbia, I went to Poland, loads of places, Holland, everywhere. And I got to do some of the most amazing things I've ever done. It's great because while you're working at the same time, you're getting paid, so you can save some of this money and you get to do whatever you want with it. And this is what I chose to do. And I really, really miss it, because this year I'm definitely not going to have the time or the money. So it's a great opportunity. You really don't ever get that time in your life ever again to sort of have money, have not much responsibility, you know, no jobs to kind of stick to or get back to. And you're still quite young, so you get to really, really enjoy it. And then lastly, you get to make great friends. It's a really, really obvious one, but you really do make friends with people for, you know, you're all in the same situation. You're all kind of in a new place. You don't really know anyone there. So you bond over that. And you really get to make friends that will stick with you for life. And from all different countries. I've got friends in America now, friends in Canada, all over. Yeah, and even French friends, which is great because you get to practice your language skills, which is the most important thing that you're there for as a language student. But yeah, it's a really, really great opportunity, and I definitely would recommend it to anyone who wanted to do it. It will be one of the nicest years of your life, I recommend. So, yeah.